What's up, YouTube? This is Grass Fairies LOL. I haven't talked to you guys in probably like 8 months or something, so that's kind of weird. Uh, College is a bitch, I guess. But the main purpose of this video is to tell you guys about my experience in Lenexa, Kansas City, thereabout, somewhere in there. Last weekend, today's President's Day, on the 16th, I went to the regionals up there, ended up top 4ing. It actually ended up being, I think we were 9 people over capacity. I heard some rumor like they could only hold 250 people at the venue, and we ended up with 259 or something. It was like a record-breaking regional for them, so that was kind of a big deal. I was playing Machina Geargia, and so yeah, I just wanted to show you guys the deck list. Feel free to comment, tell me, I don't know, what you like about the deck, what you don't like about the deck, why you wouldn't play the deck in the new format, comments on the new format, I don't care. But anyway, I'm just going to get right into it, and hope you guys enjoy. So this is the Fire Fist mat that top 8 acquired. Top 4 ended up getting these nice little blue deck boxes. This is actually sold already, and actually the mat itself is just kind of for show right now. I'm probably going to hang on to it for at least a little while. If you're curious, I do value it at approximately 100 cash and trade. But anyway, real quick, before I get into the deck list, I just want to reel off my matchups for the day, or rather for Saturday, because I think it's interesting and you guys probably ask anyway. So, round 1 I played Windups, round 2 I played Gadgets, round 3 I played Frog Monarch, round 4 I played Gadgets, round 5 I played Macro Rabbit. Actually, one of my friends from town I was playing at that point, we were the 2 4-0s from Springfield, actually. And it was a really good match. He was playing the same build, I think minus maybe one card in the side deck, that he used to top 4 the St. Louis regionals just a couple weeks ago, which is really cool. I did end up beating him game 3. Round 6 I played Agents. Guy was a dick. 2-0'd him really fast. I think he was just salty about defissures, which I side 3 of. Mainly for water, which I didn't see until round 9, but I'll get into that later. After round 6, I knew the moment I sent a text to one of my friends letting him know how I was doing, that I would, of course, lose my next match. And that's exactly what happened. I played Heroes. Guy was super nice. No problem with him at all. He just played around everything. Game 1 I opened a ton of monsters with no protection. He had nothing but back rows, and I couldn't deal with a Shining. Just couldn't remove it. And same thing happened game 3. It was my own fault, I think. Like, I might have lost game 3 anyway, but I ended up siding 2 defissures, which I think I regretted. I regretted as soon as I did that, because I ended up drawing the second one late game, when I knew it could have been a second Snowman Eater instead of one that I sided in. But anyway, yeah, Shining is hard for me to get over, I guess. Anyway, round 7 was over in probably 6 or 7 minutes. He opened Gateway both games, 6 Sams. Oh my god, I'm not looking forward to next format at all. But at that point I was 6-2 and feeling okay. Like, my tiebreakers were really good, and even if I lost my round 9, I would still get my invite, because they were giving them out to top 32 instead of 16 or whatever if it had been less amount of people. So that was cool. But I did end up playing Mermail round 9. It was a friend of mine who had his invite, and not saying like I automatically would have lost, but I would have had to grind really hard, and So instead what we did was we just played like just a fun match. Like for 20 minutes we just kind of put things on the board and just screwed around, and it was really entertaining, but I did get the win, and so that put me at 7-2, and also in 7th place in Swiss, which is really cool. My top 8 match, I played another Macro Rabbit. He was either the XO or the X1. He should have been the X1 if everything. Yeah, I think there was an XO, so I should have played the X1, and he was cool. He was a good player, but I did end up 2-0ing him. It was not very hard. I think I just had more answers than he did, really. But yeah, that match was over in probably 12 minutes or less. Anyway, sorry for keeping you guys waiting, but I'm sure you could kind of assume most of this deck, or what I'm playing, but there are a couple cards that are kind of, I don't know, that you might not play or disagree with. Anyway, 1 cannon, 3 fortress, 3 gear frame, 3 arsenal, Geargia arsenal, 3 race car, 3 armor. And that's it for the monsters. Spells, we have your Avarice, 1 Soul Taker, 1 Monster Reborn, 1 Dark Hole, 1 Heavy Storm, 3 Space, double Lance. Actually like this a lot. A lot of people go either 3 MSTs and forget Lance. Lance is a 1 of, or a 2 and 2. I really like 3 and 2. That's just me. It worked for me. So 2 duality, and that's it for the spells. Finally, we have judgments. Soon to be 1 warning. I'm really liking Black Horn of Heaven as a replacement for warning. Not entirely. Like I would still play 1 warning. Don't get me wrong, but it might see play. I don't know. I might play it come March 1st. Just keep that in mind. 2 Mirror Force, 2 Bottomless Trap Hole, 2 Deep Prison, 1 Torrent is enough, 1 Compulse, and 1 Starlight. Alright. Now for the extra, we have Chimera Tech. I didn't see any Cyber Dragons come in against me. I don't side them either. It's really just for the fact that I can summon any of my little guys to their Cyber Dragon and make my own. It's just a nice option to have. It's more effective at locals, really. Never saw it. Gaga Cowboy. This won me 2 matches, including my top 8 match. Really good. Marrowgeist. This is a really underrated card. If you don't know what it does, I will just read it to you, and if you do know what it does, just bear with me. Or read it, I don't care. 2 level 4s, any level 4s. After damage calculation, if this card destroys an opponent's monster by battle, you can detach material from this card, shuffle the destroyed monster into the deck, instead of sending it to the graveyard. So, Linz and Sangan, basically. Soon to be just Lind, which is kind of sad. But there are other things, like basically any searcher, or anything that activates upon hitting the grave, is just shuffled back into the deck. It's really good. 1 Maestroke, 1 Black Ship of Corn, 1 Utopia. Sorry, it's like dark. I don't know why. I guess the light is being janky. Anyway, 1 Big Eye. I only saw this once in my round 5 match against Macro Rabbit to get over a Spirit Reaper wall. You'd think in 2 gadget matchups with mind controls and everything, this would have come in like all the time, even on their side of the field. No, I didn't see Big Eye played at all in any of my matches by either me or my opponent. It's weird. 1 Abyss Dweller, I think I brought it out once. It's okay. Pearl, Papal Operative, Londa Sigma. I'm so mad at myself. I had an opportunity round 1 to drop this and attack with this and Fortress for game with with their Zen mains equipped to De Sigma. I don't know why I didn't go for it, because he had gone through, I think, 2 Valors by that point. I really should have. Never saw it, though. Never brought it out. 1 Shockmaster. 1 Fairy King, Alberdic. A lot of people don't like this card. It did get me over a Gore's play late game, which actually ended up being really clutch for that match. And 2 Geargia X. I don't think I ever brought out 2. The only time I did was after I had Averist 1 back in, so I feel like that's kind of cheating. I never brought out the second one in a match, but it's still really good. You always have the opportunity to, which is important. Anyway, side deck, Token, which I'm not running Gores, but it's there. 2 Overworked for Fire Fist. Never played Fire Fist, but I was prepared. 1 Dust. Triple Fissure, because water, I hate water so much. And I'm not citing anything else for Dark World, which I also didn't see, but good to have. Good to have. 1 Mind Control for mirror, gadgets, and water also. Anything that runs 7s. 1 Soul Taker. 3 Thunder Kings. I decided to cut Gozens. I really don't like Gozen or Rivalry. I understand that they work, and it's like, why wouldn't you play them? I just think it's slow, really. Not that some of this other stuff isn't slow, but it's just how I played it, and it worked for me, so. 2 Snowman Eater, and 2 Seas. Brought it in against Sam's and Windups. I saw it against Sam's, but, I mean, like I said, he opened Gateway both games, so there's not a lot I could do. Anyway, yeah, so one thing you might have noticed is the lack of a Stardust anywhere. That is not a mistake. Only, it really is. I don't know why I said it wasn't a mistake. No, there is no reason for me to not have been running a Stardust. It just wasn't on my deck list. I have no reason. I have no reasoning behind the Starlight with no Stardust. It just, it wasn't in there, so I didn't play with it all day. So that was one thing that came out most game 2s and 3s. If I were to cut anything, of course it'd be Chimera Tech for Stardust anyway. That said, game 1s, it got spaced quite a bit. Like, I don't know. I'm not sure I would keep in Starlight at all. I like it in theory, but I feel like even if I did have a Stardust, I might have still been siding out Starlight a lot of my matches. But anyway, that's the deck. Hope you liked it. Machina Geargia, Top Forward, KC Regionals 2013, February 16th. And I'll see you later. Hey, just a couple more quick things before I end the video. First of all, I figured it was appropriate and sort of ironic for me to apologize for the long video at the end of the video. So there's that. And also I just wanted to apologize for the lack of material for you guys for the past few months. I've really just been slacking. I know there's school and everything else, but I mean, we make time for this game, and I make time for regionals and, you know, blow off friends to play card games. Like, that's what we do, right? So, anyway, there's no real reason. I've just been, I guess, not in the mood, or whatever. But I'm in the mood today, and I made a video, so I hope you guys liked it, and still feel free to comment, rate, and subscribe, and all that great stuff. And I'll talk to you guys later.